All right, guys, what's up? Welcome. We are at DreamHack Atlanta for 2XKO, another First Impact event, the third offline First Impact event in North America, and it is going to be a sick tournament. I was already hyped for this, and then I saw the top 8 entrants that we have here, and there is so much talent today. You guys are going to want to stick around all weekend. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a really good show. We got people like SonicFox, we got Hikari,
Yep.
We literally have Nitro over here, Leffen too, we got HUEBERT, we got NY Chris G, we got 2Easy, we got Kill Sage, we got so many strong players out here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. And I also, we should introduce ourselves. I am Nitin, and this is alongside me, NM. Welcome. And we have some sick matches lined up. And just like we said, a lot of top-seeded players. And right off the bat, our first match is going to be NitroNY up against Happy Shield. So it should be fun to see. I actually don't even remember who Nitro is playing these days. I don't know if you've seen him play too much recently.
Not really. If I had to gamble, let's just go with the safe one of Echo and Jahzz0
Sure.
2x assist.
Yeah, no, totally reasonable. I think the one thing we were talking about this a bit before the stream started. I was just going around all the setups. Right in front of us, we have all the setups for the matches today. And I was just trying to browse and see how many Echoes and Jahzz0s we should be strapped up for. Not going to lie, there's a lot of character diversity out there. Granted, the top-seeded players, I'm sure, are going to lean a little more on the top tiers, but, I mean, definitely, especially today, doing pools, we should be seeing a lot of variety.
Yeah, no, as you said before, there was a lot of Vi's, a lot of Warwicks, there's even some Broms out there, some Blitzes, Darius, Alawi. It's literally the whole cast getting represented, and I think that's because some of the other players, have characters that they like to play and are trying to use them to their best effort.
Yeah, agreed. I think there's a lot of appeal, both whether you like the character, you like the character's play style, and honestly, just shout out to the Riot dev team as much as people want to say the top 4 is a little stronger than the rest, I still think every character is viable, and especially if you make the right team around them. We even saw Goombu in EU making a deep run with Blitz Ari, making some big names over there. So even the bottom tiers, quote unquote, are still going to be good enough to make some upsets. So it'll be very interesting to see today who we get and who can make a deep run. Especially, too, I don't know if you have seen many. I need to look at the bracket more. I don't know how many duos we have because this is mixed mode, and that would be very interesting to see if we can get a duo making a deep run today.
Yeah, no, I haven't really seen if we got duos coming out here either, but it would be really cool, especially because, there's a little bit more of an incentive with the increased prize pool if you are a duo. Yeah,
and with Frosty around the corner just getting announced to have a $50,000 prize pool. Shout out to Riot for that one. It's going to be a lot of people trying to really get in the grind right now with these First Impact events. And also Midwest Mix Fest we have around the corner. And that, I don't know if you guys know, the $5,000 prize pool provided by Riot is for a duo bracket specifically. So that's really cool. And then I believe the prize pool for mixed, it's an extra $1,000 if a duo wins. So it's a little bit unique for that Midwest Mix Fest event. If anyone from here plans on going to that and making a deep duo run, you could totally see them trying to play as a duo here today. At least for the top players, I think that everyone's going to be solo. I know at Midwest, it's going to be K7 and Diaphone. It's probably like the biggest name duo that we're seeing. Diaphone is here today. I don't think K7 is, so no duo on that front. But definitely cool to see some duos make a deep run if possible. It's definitely my favorite way to play the game. I don't know about you, but I love playing duo.
Yeah, personally, I have not played much duos because nobody wants to play with me.
Damn, okay.
But
we'll run some. I got you.
Yeah. We'll run some. But I've still been playing, some pretty, offhand characters that are not really that meta. I've been playing Vi Warwick mainly, and it's just been really fun to just rush people down and have some crazy mix off that.
Yeah, and they have some really nice combo extensions, too. I don't know. What fuse you run with them?
I'm trying to learn 2x assist with them because it's really good for Warwick Bloodlust, but I mainly do double down. But speaking of doubling down, we got double down this mix. Oh, that's a Braum Blitzcrank?
We got team bottom tier already coming through. Let's go. We got some big bodies, got a grappler and a half here. Should be fun. I imagine there's no way that's Nitro. I assume Nitro's playing Teemo Yas, but I could be wrong. I'd be so stoked if Nitro was on them. By the way, should be a sick start here as we got Teemo doing the Teemo stuff, putting down the bush. We're double downing, super tag action. Is this a button test?
Might be a button test.
Yeah, it's looking like a button. I can't even tell.
Oh, no. That Nitro is on the other side. I think this is for reals.
Okay, we could see player camps here. Happy Shield was definitely shaking their the name's Happy Shield. I should have put 2 and 2 together. They're definitely playing problem. My bad. Either way, yeah, Nitro's definitely off to a great start here cooking. We got a nice little Jahzz0 combo here in the corner. Going to burn through that Fury. So starting next round, it's going to be a real deep hole for Happy Shield to climb out of. We're playing shrooms. This is optimal right here.
Yeah, no, this is going to be very devastating, especially for slump in the corner. And just with that, getting Jahzz0 in there, going to be able to take the first round for Nitro, really being able to put the pressure on this sidekick Braum coming out here, especially as we back up, just launch you with another fire.
Yeah, and that was a really smart route, too, by Nitro at the end of that round, going to get some extra mushroom pops there. And he realized a little bit of health, was able to get that fast progress in here. As you see, the triple shot in the back combo, we'll call it, with that Jahzz0 coming through on the super tag. Nitro is just on fire. Untouched here in round 2.
Able to get in now, of course, with the Fury coming out from Happy Shield, but still getting opened up by Virgil, being able to make those pokes. And of course, we're going to a typical Virgil B&B right now to be able to launch you in the air, slam you down. I imagine we're going to be ending. Nope, we delay the super.
Yeah, really smart route here. I mean, you're seeing mushroom optimization going crazy. I mean, didn't need any extra shrooms there at the end. Probably just good practice to go for that route moving forward. But yeah, getting that extension off Jahzz0. There's a lot of characters that can actually take that downward slash and combo after it. If Alawi has a tentacle out, she can get a really good extension there. Echo can place a time winder there intentionally to get an extension. And as we saw there, Teemo has the shrooms. So if you can take advantage of those Jahzz0 routes, they're nice and consistent. You know where the character is going to end up. It can be very, very valuable.
Really good to know that, especially with how you're able to combo off Jahzz0. But it's Teemo is able to combo right now, and I imagine we might be going for some mushroom moves. No, we're just going for our typical up and down here for the Teemo, getting the Fury out. Yeah,
as a fellow Teemo enjoyer, seeing Nitro know when exactly to use that 2L is really impressive because the range is so tiny. Homie's got like a size 1.5 shoe, and it does not reach very far, so you got to be very careful when you use it, otherwise you're just going to be whiffing in their face. You see the overhead get into a nice connection here, and again, gonna just be getting a bunch of damage in while this Fury is running out, so Happy Shield, I mean, has to hope for a drop here. Maybe just going to hope that you can build up a little bit of break meter going into the next round.
Especially because now you have a Jahzz0 trying to stance up on you, trying to set out their wind wall, going to be able to snipe you out of the air and finish you off by following you up for a perfect coming out there from Nitro.
Took us 3 rounds of the weekend, and we already have a perfect in here. Nitro is definitely cooking. A master of multiple games, as you can tell. And we're seeing the super tag action just become so valuable. He does end up whiffing afterwards, so not going to get maximum value out of it, but either way, just such a strong tool for this team combo.
Now we got the Jahzz0 being able to hop their way in, pause the wall slump, and of course he's going to be doing the typical corner combo coming out from Jahzz0. Such good conversion coming out from this character, but able to get through that armor, and that's super, oh my goodness!
Yeah, great awareness. I wonder if he was already canceling into the 2L before the super flash, but either way, just fantastic follow-up there from Nitro. Just kind of the master of all these situations. You see the instant overhead come out from Teemo, even though it doesn't connect to a full combo. The pressure is just non-stop. Now you're going to be sandwiched here. And that still picks up. Oh, man. Is that another perfect? I can't tell. I think he got barely chipped out on the Teemo. Either way, I mean, just walks away with barely a scratch in that second game. Nitro looking real clean to open up the weekend for us here.
Yeah, no, Nitro played very well in that set, showing how they want to play Teemo and Jahzz0. Really setting up, of course, with the Teemo S1 Super, as we see a lot of players doing and being able to super tag off of that. Just seeing Jahzz0 spam the same move because you're just able to do a lot of damage now that your opponent's just stuck in place.
Yeah, that combo definitely has a very interesting name. I'm sure that we'll probably leave that to socials for now, but you know, Teemo's just, he's a little monster, man, and they did such a great job with this character. I was waiting for a Yordle for so long. I mean, it's been like 6 years, and I was like, when are we going to get one announced? Surely we get one in launch roster. He's finally here, and not only is he like a little devil, like, he still frustrates people a ton. He has the zoning capabilities. He has so many different tools in his kit that just being able to play him feels so fun. It's almost like Akuma-esque. He has like a little bit of a tool for everything, and it's just a blast. So happy to see first match of the day, some representation from that, and from a high-level player too, so we got to see him cook.
Yeah, no, it was really good coming out there from Nitro. Of course, going to be moving on the winner's side. But it looks like next up, of course, we got HUEBERT and JDR. HUEBERT has been making some runs lately, of course, just getting sponsored by Team Factor just like a little bit ago. Now going to be trying to make their DreamHack run.
Yeah, very cool. I have not seen HUEBERT play much yet. I've heard the name a bit here and there, so excited to see what they put on display for us. Coming out of Canada, so appreciate them making the trek all the way down here to Atlanta, which if you guys haven't been to Atlanta yet, and this is my first time here, it's great. Great city. I mean, I was really impressed. The drive down is beautiful. The venue's great here, too. Shout out DreamHack for putting together a great show. It's been a really sick start to the weekend.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. I flew down here pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
Was able to take the train out of the airport, which is really great, by the way. A train out of an airport. I lived on Long Island for the longest time, right out of New York City. So being able to take a train, and a clean train at that, into the city was just really nice.
Yeah, that's huge, for sure. And yeah, I mean, happy to have DreamHack come out and hook it up, put some 2X on display here. And again, shout out to Riot for throwing in $5,000 to the prize pool for these players. Definitely a big contributing factor to get all these big names out here. I mean, we have Leffen all the way up from Sweden coming through, so that's pretty crazy, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, when I saw that before coming over, I was like, wow, we got some big names coming out here. I'm excited to cast both pools and top 16 with you for 2X KO, and it looks like we're getting our teams. We got an Ari Alawi versus an Eco Warwick.
Yeah, so right away we're starting to see some of that character diversity we're talking about. Of course, we're going to be seeing some echoes here and there, but there's no Jahzz0 echo. It's not all top 4 here, so very cool stuff. We'll see how this one pans out. Off to a great start here is Alawi from JDR.
Drops the combo in the corner, and you already know Warwick's going to try to set up, but missed times the DP. Able to get back in, though, and set up perfectly for the Time Winder situation.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely something I'm going to be looking out here for HUEBERT with this team comp is we get a lot of value out of these extensions with Time Winders for Warwick, and you should be able to get full Bloodlust off any solid confirm. So definitely going to want to keep an eye out for that. And obviously Bloodlust Warwick is a whole extra beast to deal with. Nice parry, or burst bait, rather, for HUEBERT, and going to be taking out the first health bar of the set.
Now just Ari left for JDR to try to make a difference. Able to get the wall slump on Echo, but not able to follow up. And he's able to cross up, but now we got Warwick saving you with the break and trying to charge in and find that poke, and gets it.
Yeah, there was such an awkward height there for a second with Ari directly above Warwick. His 2H doesn't reach super far above, so good awareness to kind of stay composed there in that situation, get the opening. You see classic new Ari route ever since she got tweaked after that early access patch. Combat's much more consistent. Hopefully for JDR, they'll be able to take full advantage of that. You see here, going to get full corner carry, and it should lead into a strong medium Oki situation. No, actually drops it. A rare drop to that route.
No, just mistimed it a little bit. And after so much pressure, able to find that opening. And just no Time Winder to take you out for HUEBERT's first round.
If you guys want to level up at home, you're starting to get on your rank climb, and you're not using your cross-up buttons, if your character has them, I strongly recommend implementing that in your game plan. You see the value there for HUEBERT, able to close out round 1. It's so strong for Echo, especially with that air hop. Even if he blocks on the front, just air hop to the other side, get a nice little cross-up action. Super valuable tool.
It's so good to be able to mix up your opponents.
Good block. Unchecked pass already? That's crazy. That's so hard. Look, guys, seriously, go play a Warwick online and try to react to that overhead on block string. I guarantee you're not going to get it 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, no, they're really good high-low mix-up that move is, because you can either do that for the high or for the low, be able to do an ankle sweep, and you can literally just do prime leap after that.
Yeah, and it plays mental tricks on you, because I swear, like, I will be like, I'm only looking for this overhead, and I think I'm reacting to it with the block, and it still hits. It's just so deceptive. The frame data is just fast enough that you really got to be locked and loaded if you're going to counteract that. Burst getting forced out here from JDR, definitely forcing their hand here. I mean, that's a strong advantage here in the second round. See if they can take advantage of it.
Nice, being able to charge up that S1 super, trying to combo off of it, block the combo as HUEBERT is going to be coming in, trying to take out the Alawi, but that's some assist bait going out there, just going to be trading projectile supers.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't see that situation come up too much in this game. It just ends up trading out. Very interesting.
Really good reactions there from HUEBERT. Ooh, almost got that, just didn't get the feral bite.
Smart burst there, too, to keep the corner. Does end up flipping out to the other side here. But now with this opening, was looking for a way to combo off of it, but not able to fully confirm. And the Warwick dash through in the air is going to connect. This should be a simple combo ender here. Yeah, just going to use that air super. Clutch out this round. Now you're just on, what, 5% health, maybe 10% with Alawi. I mean, you do have 3 meters, so with one strong combo, it could happen. Yeah, not going to work out here. Game 1 going to HUEBERT. Looking real clean here.
Yeah, if you need to poke in and you got an Echo on your team, just do the My Time assist. You're going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah, My Time is so strong right now, for sure. And we'll definitely have to circle back at it. There's actually a tweet from Jahzz0 today going over some of, or not in detail, but basically saying like, hey, we're aware of what is really strong right now, and we're working on solutions. We'll be in touch soon. So enjoy the My Time now while you have it, Echo players.
Yeah, your days are numbered, and HUEBERT is going to try to make sure they make this tournament run before they're taken out, as we're already going to be able to break, trying to charge in on the Ahri, and finds the overhead for the Feral Fang situation.
Interesting. No break here out of JTR. So one thing I'm looking out for players to do. Whoa, nice bait on the burst. Oh, man. HUEBERT is so ready for this. And going to be into Bloodlust, too. Good block. That's tough to react to. Let's see here if they're able to convert. That tentacle is so good. Even on block, you can proc it with that back S1 situation or back assist. And that is going to be HUEBERT taking a nice little advantage here. Oh, wow, that's crazy. The assist interrupts the knockback, so no wall bounce. It ends up dropping it afterwards, but that is a nice interaction there.
Nice being able to bat your way up, able to take out the Alawi. Going to be HUEBERT now sitting on set point. See if they're going to be able to make it further on the winner's side, is already trying to get that Time Winder, canceling the assist too. Good Lord, JTR.
Average Alawi player POV, round start forward, S1 Rekka. See if you can get the opening. You see, pays off big time here, gets into the Ahri setup, but gonna parry from HUEBERT. Great awareness there. Able to buy a little bit of space, but the Alawi super is gonna nearly take away that Echo. Let's see, can you kill him before he swaps out? Interrupts the assist. There's gonna be a chance here. Yeah, chips. I don't know if I think that said punish, so it does actually get the hit to confirm. Echo off the table. JTR showing signs of life.
Ooh, able to get a little bit of an anti-air, but of course getting canceled out of that super. Popping the Fury here with this immense life lead that JTR has, but not able to find the poke. Alawi, though, going to be able to make a little something happen on you and blocking so much.
Nice block, but no punish. That's going to be difficult. Could, if you are ready for that, I don't know if the startup is the same for every character, but 2H is another good option for that Warwick overhead, so maybe we'll see some potential adaptation here from GTR. But definitely going to want to take advantage of this health lead while there's still time.
Nice being able to jump over that Fireball super. The Alawi, though, is going to be coming back in. Got you in for a tentacle loop, slam you down to the ground. No, we got another tentacle in there. And just pop the tentacle quiz to see if you're going to guess correctly on this test. You don't.
Yeah, every time you see that super, I think, let's go gambling. And it's just such a high-risk, low-reward situation. Even if you guess right, like the best you get is like you're going back to neutral, or maybe you get like a light starter, and maybe you could convert off that, but that's so risky. And you see there, it does not pay off for the side of HUEBERT. JTR could potentially take this game from one of the high-seeded players in the tournament.
Yeah, already getting a really good start with this Alawi, being able to carry all the way to the west side for, again, the tentacle quiz, the perfect situation for Alawi in the corner. And not even that get-up attack was able to save you from all these tentacles, as JTR could carry this into the Echo's death, but no, they drop.
Does drop. No punish, though, surprisingly. So JTR gets to breathe a sigh of relief after what could have been a dead Echo. Doesn't end up getting fully reversed here. I mean, does lose the following interaction here, so going to be going to the opposite corner of the screen here. Limit Strike on deck, generating a bit of meter. And it gets interrupted again here as well. It's going to be a tough spot to be in. Wall tumble off the Warwick assist. Going to have to break in, tag out. Smart choice here.
Nice break coming out there. Now we got the Echo going to be tagging out. Warwick's going to be trying to go in, but stuck in another tentacle situation. Slammed down to the ground. You already know that tentacle quiz is going to be coming out to try to guess the correct answer, but the overhead's coming for you.
Now you got a fourth tentacle too. It's such a tough spot to be in. Somehow only deletes the third tentacle of that group. I'm not sure how that happened. And the last one stays up just long enough to continue the pressure for JTR. They're in a great spot here. Could be looking at a game 2 win. Just going to have to lock in. What a call out from HUEBERT. Just does it raw. Why are you jumping at me?
Such a good raw infinite duress. Now trying to get a block string going. Going to be able to mix you up, get the Feral Bite off. Savage Slashes into no escape. Already turning around this lead so well against JTR. One good poke, and they can take this Ahri out.
Yeah, Ahri's going to be taken out to the backside here just to be able to regen a little bit of health. Forward throw does connect. No tentacle on deck, but a super is able to. And it's just going to be about 5% of health left. Can HUEBERT clutch this out? You got to be worried about chip here too. There's no Fury on deck. You got to play real clean, nice stuff from JTR, taking us to a game 3 here against, I believe, the 7th seed. I'm going to double back and check on that. But that's got to feel real good in your first set of the day, of the weekend, really.
Yeah, no, your first set being able to go toe-and-toe against one of the best players in DreamHack right now, HUEBERT, is so good to feel, especially on a team like Echo Warwick, which can just rush you down so well, and of course got the Echo mix, and already trying to go for that Rage of the Beast 2x assist and trying to get the block string situated, and oh, we got the Feral Fang going!
And this is the extension I was talking about, so you do get Normally you could get the double assist afterwards, but it goes for the single one here. Maybe just chose to side switch and maintain some corner pressure. And I just double checked too. HUEBERT is the 4th seed for today, this weekend. So this is even a crazier upset if JTR is able to lock in here. But off to a rough start in the 3rd game. Classic My Time is going to connect into the Warwick as well. Handshake tag. This could be a burrito situation. Actually, no, goes for continuation afterwards. Air throw is going to connect with the Chrono Break after 2. HUEBERT's just ready for it all right now.
Ooh, and we can easily get a DP. No, we're not going for the DP. Just going to be going for the no escape. One more hit going to do that Ari in, but able to get a get-up attack going. Trying to poke out with a lowy, and going to be able to get the Ari out of there.
Yeah, and actually the Ari was going to be able to regen because the burst connected. All that gray health is gone, so now she's just left with a pixel. This is going to be kind of a chalk round here for JTR. I imagine you just want to buy some time, build up that break meter for the next round. And we're getting unk-checked like that. Raw, come on. Guys, come on. If Echo does take a break on you mid-screen, you got to be parrying that. I'm sorry. You just got it.
We've seen that sequence so many times. You're literally doing the same thing again, and now getting the after image install going 2 for a happy birthday. We're still saving that break.
And the awareness, too, to follow up with the proper character. While the characters did get split up at the end of that combo, continues pressure on the Alawi. Doesn't end up paying off as the Ari is able to change things up here, get into the corner with the classic setup. You got to guess right, and did not opt to cover the forward roll, so great call out by HUEBERT. Got to make sure you present that you have that option covered if you're going to go for it.
Nice get-up attack, being able to get the Warwick out of your face. Now trying to find a poke, being able to get a stray on Echo and able to roll out the Warwick. But now Alawi's going to try to come in. Has to be patient, though, now.
Yeah, you can kind of start to feel the control of this game slip away for JTR as the health deficit carries on here. Down around already, knows he has to fall through. And ready with the parry. Okay, maybe we are locked in. What's the combo here? Can we bring it all the way to the corner? There is a tentacle on deck, so we're going to get a lot of carry here. And this should go right into SU Super. It is. What is the option from HUEBERT? Just waits patiently. Smart call. Overhead does connect for 4 tentacle. There's just so much pressure. And you're getting chipped out. Gonna break as well.
We're literally just waiting for the raw S1 Timewinder Super. Not going to be able to get anything there. Able to get a stray, though, on Ari. And now being able to set up on Alawi. No, drops it.
That 2M is so good for Alawi. And great choice there. Goes for the S1 Super. Make sure you just keep it nice and simple. Take that round. Fury is around the corner here for JTR as well, so ideally, you're not going to have to use it. But yeah, it gets opened up right away, so you're going to have to pop it. And does take the round. We have a final game, final round situation in our 2nd set of the day during pools. This is sick.
This can be such a crazy upset going off the jump like this for JTR. Final game, final round, though, and already the Timewinder situation is being set up from HUEBERT, which you already know is going to be doing some damage, especially since we don't have break.
Yeah, it's going to be a tag launcher into the charge heavy in the air, and just goes to check with a little reset there on the soft knockdown. Interesting choice by HUEBERT, and was ready to follow up afterwards. This should lead to a ton of damage. No, doesn't connect on the final hit, so there is a breath of life here for JTR. It's going to be up to the Ari to carry here for a bit.
Yeah, just going to have to whiff on that fireball, getting knocked down too. Perfect setup again for that Timewinder Super, as HUEBERT is just playing their own game right now.
Yeah, HUEBERT is locked and loaded. It's like as it's become more and more intense, as it's gotten closer to the point of elimination, just locks in more here. And now just a dominant final round. Ready with the ultimate! Miss me with that, buddy! Don't try me. I got 3 meters. You got to watch for that number on the bottom of the screen. You see a 3, don't try me. 2x KO, too. We got a perfect and a 2x KO right off the bat. They said the name of the game, guys. We love to see that.
Oh my goodness, being able to take out both of JTR's fighters with just that level 3. Just the initial impact, too. We didn't even need to go into the cinematics. That was crazy.
That was wild. Great awareness there, both of just the situation and the resources at hand. You always got to be ready. I mean, with no motion inputs in this game, being able to have instant access to those ultimates is huge. I can't stress enough how important it is to know as soon as you hit that meter gain to the 3rd level, anytime there's a gap, anytime they try anything silly and neutral, you can just dominate. So unless you're Echo, then you might get thrown. That's like the one weakness that character has. But either way, really great stuff there. And, man, what an exciting set. I mean, this is Pools Days, guys. This is supposed to be like lopsided, like crazy seeding disparities. No, like the 4th seed just got taken to final game, final round in our second set of the day. That's huge.
I know, that's really huge, especially early on in the pools, too. That was just our second match of the day. That goes to show that people are coming here to play. People are coming to make a name for themselves because this is very early on in this game's lifespan. This is the first impact, you know, one of the first events for here in the USA.
Yeah.
So people are trying to make a name for themselves as we move on to Boo and that guy Lambo.
Yeah, and for JDR too, I just want to say, like, shout out to making that deep run and being so early on in the game. It's got to feel, it should feel as a very strong positive there. I know it can feel rough when you're like, oh, the game was just right there. All I had to do was win one round. But you took a great player all the way to the limit off the bat, and you still have loser's run potential here. And, I mean, I imagine the top seeded players are not going to be in the loser's bracket anytime soon. So could be seeing him potentially tomorrow when we're on the mic again here for top 16. Shout out to JTR. Hopefully they make that deep run. But yeah, we do have a sick matchup here coming up. We do have Boo, that guy Lambo. I passed a Lamborghini dealer on the way here to the event. They just got those casually on the road. I don't think I've ever seen. I thought you had to have like super secret clearance or know somebody to go to some hidden location. No, Atlanta's balling out here for sure.
Yeah, no, people are balling out, but same thing we hear with these players as we're seeing a mirror Jahzz0, one going with the Teemo coming out from Boo, and that guy Lambo rocking the Warwick, and the red Warwick I saw too, my ult.
Yeah, I've been seeing, really I see so much red Warwick online, and I know there was a little bit that you couldn't get the pink and yellow Warwick chromas. That is resolved now, so if you guys are Warwick players, let's get a little bit of visual variety. Not to throw shade at your red Warwick, I just think the pink looks so cool, so hopefully you guys are rocking some cool cosmetics here as well, but we're going to hop right in here. Boo on the Jahzz0 Teemo, like you said, and Jahzz0 Warwick on the other side. So no echo to be seen. It is no one's time here but ours to watch a sick match.
Especially as we're getting Warwick trying to go in here. Both of them trying to play a neutral, missing each other, forcing the break, though, from that guy Lambo as we're able to get an OTG situation.
And that's the really valuable thing for Warwick is that forward S1 overhead catches out of the air as well. You saw that there on the Teemo. It just leads into that soft knockdown. He can go into the side switch as well, continue that combo. It's so valuable for him. And it's very good in the Teemo matchup. Can catch out that instant overhead attempt as well, jump back. There's so much value you can get out of that as Warwick.
Ooh, and we're seeing the Fury already coming out from Boo, but still being able to make so much damage, just dashing over to over, already spending that Fury, but hey, if we take out a Jahzz0 in turn, we're perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to take that health bar. I personally think Jahzz0 has enough combo extensions that he can probably just kill there without using all 4 dash cancels. But either way, I mean, if you can take it, I understand. Just go for it. And attempts to go for, he dashed through super on that one, but going to get blocked and punished. And now it's going to be Warwick here from that guy Lambo to try and make a nice little comeback here. I mean, I guess slightly in the lead, but trying to change the momentum rather.
Still trying to get the bite up, trying to jump in with the JM. Gonna get called out though by Boo as they have literally one last chance in this round to take it and gonna be able to find another poke.
Level 3 is on deck here too, so don't try anything silly. No gaps in your pressure on this Warwick because you could just get fully reversal. And there it is, one of the strongest last stand assists in the game in my opinion, probably in most people's opinion I would imagine. Goes for the Jahzz0 option there and able to take round 1. Let's see what Boo can do here to maybe turn things around. In round 2, I'd like to see this Teemo cook a little bit. You see those badges not progress much at all. And that's the worst part if you are playing Teemo. You fall into a lead, or a deficit rather, early on, and you don't have progress on the badges. That feels really rough. And you see immediately going to be wiped out again. So looking very strong here in game 1 for Lambo.
Yeah, and already being able to get pressure on Boo's Jahzz0, being able to bait out that Fury too. Good lord, that guy Lambo just running all of their pressure.
I'm in your head, kid. I'm in your head, says Lambo, and just goes right into the full extension here. Going to get Jahzz0 back in here. There is Fury on deck for Boo, so going to mitigate the damage just a bit. But, I mean, unless you get an opening ASAP, it's going to be tough. Yeah, it looks like we're kind of mashing a little bit there in neutral, hoping the Sephiroth sword can connect. Not quite that long. Lambo looking real confident in going into the second game.
No, that guy Lambo really steamrolling through Boo right there, especially being able to punish a lot of Boo's whiffs and punish a lot of the combos that just did not come to fruition, as now they're already going to be side switching a little bit, trying to get Warwick in successfully, going to be able to set up.
Yeah, oh, here we go. This is a great opportunity. Do we have the badge route? Okay, not going for full badge generation, but nice little B&B there. And yeah, you got to be careful with those shrooms. You can't just dash right on through those, so if you don't have something to cover your butt, that can be difficult. Oh, no, did try to interrupt the super, but the handshake tag comes in clutch to punish the burst. Great awareness there from Lambo.
Already going to be able to jump into. Lambo going to be able to set up such a nice B&B against Boo, doing so much damage, dropping on the stance 2H, but still trying to fish a little bit with the parry, but having to take some damage on that Warwick.
Ooh! Yeah, that is not going to be a fully invuln on the startup. Great call out. You saw Lambo go for a potential call out with that parry attempt before. It's tough. You really, like, Jahzzo's just so fast. You want to react, but sometimes you just kind of have to go with the soul read. You saw there it not pan out. And you see another forward throw. Timo can get a full combo afterwards, so not sure if Boo is aware of that or just opts not to go for it. But he can fully just run across the screen and get that OTG, so maybe Boo will adapt to that. Maybe just the mental stack's going a little crazy. Stream nerves, day one, can totally add up and make things a little more challenging. So we'll see what he can do here in this potential final round.
Not able to catch on the stance 2H, having to break against Boo. Now trying to find, there we go, able to find that Claws of the Beast again, but not trying to follow up with anything. Instead, going for the Claws of the Beast again. Now we follow up with no escape. We just keep fishing for it.
Yeah, so something I was going to mention before in the last set, if you know a route is going to go into a super, it's a classic B&B that's going to go into like a level 1, that's the time you want to burst, is right before the opponent starts that super, because you can still break the combo and waste their meter. We saw there, Boo had the total opportunity to cancel out that classic Warwick B&B, doesn't opt for it. I imagine just not fully aware that, or just didn't want to risk it. But either way, you definitely want to take advantage of that break to make it as resource optimal as possible.
Yeah. As now, you know, we're a little bit more ahead for that guy Lambo in terms of the break meter, and Boo has got to figure out something out, or else they're going to be taken to the loser side of the bracket, especially with DP assist coming out from Warwick. Set up that S1 super tag, Bloodlust.
Wait, what the? Okay, he's just styling at this point.
We've routed this stuff. We've routed it.
You see, they're just laughing, having a good time up there as well. Because I mean, you just got to respect it at that point. Anytime you see a new route in this game, it just feels so good. That's honestly one of the best parts of playing this game. We're still when early access was 2 months ago, roughly, something like that.
We started beta like almost 2 months ago, and we've been early access for like a month.
Yeah, so within that 2 months, you still definitely see like some main B&Bs that are going to repeat from time to time. But, I mean, week to week, I don't know about you, I'm seeing new routes almost every day, every other day, depending on the team comp. And Warwick, obviously being a new character, there's a lot of stuff to optimize on that front as well. So very cool to see that stuff every time we do.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing new routes. I'm learning new routes. I literally just learned that, how Warwick is able to just go off of that S1 assist from Jahzzo, and being able to just freeze you in the air like that is honestly crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. I have not seen that yet. And granted, I mean, I actually see a lot of works online, so that's on you guys. If I'm running to you on ranked and you're not whipping out the cool stuff, time to reflect, because there's a lot of stuff you can cook with this character. But either way, great stuff there for our second set of the day. Our third set of the day is going to be our first duo of the weekend. So we do have Cypol and Krytus, I hope I'm nailing those right, up against Jahzz0 or Jahzz0?
Yeah, it is Jahzzo. I know them from Smash. I've seen them time to time in some Smash majors, and it's cool that they're playing 2XKO, now trying to go into the traditional FGC games here.
Yeah, that's something we were talking about actually before this started. It was just the representation we have across the FGC is crazy. We have Skullgirls players, Street Fighter players, Guilty Gear players, Grand Blue players, Dragon Ball players, multiple Mortal Kombat players. I think the only game that we don't see represented in today's bracket is going to be Tekken players. Yeah. I think like 3D might be unique enough of a genre that you're not going to see as much carryover. There's a lot of legacy skill in that game, but it's just so cool to see a new sick tag fighter come out and just people are coming from all walks of life to play it.
Yeah, no, it is so cool. I mean, we literally saw Nitro earlier, the Guilty Gear player. Yeah. We just saw HUEBERT a little bit ago from Grand Blue. Coming up after this set is going to be Hikari, of course, one of the Dragon Ball players.
Yeah. I mean, we have Diaphone in here, and he's literally, there's a stage off to our right. He's going to be playing in the SNK World Championship this weekend for City of the Wolves as well. So literally just across like every game you could think of in the FGC, people are coming through. So if you guys are just checking this out because you want to watch a stream, see what this game is all about, maybe you play Street Fighter, maybe you play a Mortal Kombat, whatever it may be, I highly recommend you check it out. The game's free. There's no excuse not to, right? You might as well give it a whirl.
You know, it's free. It's able to run well, does not take up a lot of storage in your PC, so there's literally no excuse to just fire it up, learn a few tutorials, and just run yourself into the game.
And I guarantee this game has better netcode than whatever game you're playing back at home. I mean, it is transcendent, the netcode experience for this game. People are playing across continents, across oceans, and it's feeling great. So shout out to the Riot team, Tom and Tony, and everybody else there. Really cooked. I mean, it shows how much knowledge they have on the technical side of things. Obviously, they made they basically created rollback back in the day with GGPO. So being able to take advantage of Riot Direct and all those resources has been paying off big time. Allows for just, like we said, a ton of fun, just being able to play wherever you want. And also allows for a lot more online tournaments to be taken more seriously. That's like half of First Impact is online, right?
Yeah.
And it's like 22 tournaments. So there's just so much value that you get out of having strong netcode. So yeah, definitely recommend you guys check it out if you can.
Yeah, no, especially stuff like set and reset. If you do make like a European account, even if you're in NA, you're still able to play in that bracket, which is amazing. Yeah,
I literally help out with production and commentary sometimes with set and reset, and I have an EU account where I just log into a different account, and able to watch and do whatever, no issue. Everything works fluidly. Actually, I only play duo rank on my NA account, and on my EU account, I play solo ranked, and both are totally like. It's basically an equal experience. I think queue times are a little tougher in EU just because of the time difference. A lot of times I'm playing, people are asleep or whatever it may be. But, man, it's just so cool to have a fighting game. Like, I don't know about you, but I remember when we were praying that every new game might have rollback. Like, it wasn't even a guarantee that games would have rollback, and now we have the best implementation of rollback netcode we've seen that can handle up to 4 players. We didn't even mention that. That's insane.
True.
Like, being able, like, even if it just had this good a netcode just for 2 players, that would be godly. You could play 4 people all across different countries, and it just works. It's insane.
Yeah, no, it's crazy to hear a fighting game being able to connect so many different people at the same time. And that's not even considering, like, say we got 2 duos in a stream match.
Yeah.
So now you got the stream runner in there watching, and you might have some other people in the background waiting for their set to come up. So now you got, like, maybe at most 7 people in a lobby, all connecting fluidly.
Yeah, I mean, I remember being in the 2XKO Discord for years, just being super excited about the game, just talking with other people that were really into it. And when we first heard that the game was going to be using server-based rollback, there was actually a lot of pushback in the community. A lot of people didn't believe in that vision. They thought it would lead to a compromised experience for people rather than having peer-to-peer by adding potential delay across. And I think everybody's just kind of eating crow at this point, right? Like, it's just clearly they knew what they were doing. The wait has paid off big time. And, I mean, like I said, shout out to Tony for leading the charge on that front. And I think they actually posted a network deep dive a couple weeks ago. So if you guys want to learn more about how that works, check out the 2XKO news site. You'll be able to learn more about that over there.
Yeah, still really cool we're being able to connect the way we are. And it looks like we're just doing a little button check right now, making sure we're all good. But we see some interesting stuff coming out here. Of course, an Echo and a Jahzz0, standard stuff. But Jinx and Vi are going to be pulling up.
Yeah, very cool. Not on the same team. So we do have Team Time Bomb on one side, and then I don't know. Is there a Vi Jahzz0 team name yet? If there is one, I should probably pull up the chat at some point. If you guys have it, let me know for sure. But yeah, it should be a fun one. I know Vi Jahzz0 does have some unique extensions as well. You can do some cool tag out stuff. And if that is the duo, so actually, this is a good time to mention that.
Yeah.
If you are a duo, you get access to some things that some players don't on solo. If you do a tag out with a button that you can either do a follow-up after, or if you're charging the button, one player can continue to hold that or continue that Rekka or extension, whatever it may be, and then the other character still has access to those same buttons to do whatever else they want. So that's something we could see coming into effect depending on how much these two have labbed this out here.
That's really cool to see, as they're already doing really good pressure against Jahzz0. Still, though, now we're seeing the Jinx going to be able to put Jahzz0 in. You take it. I'm mixing myself up here.
No, yeah, no, you're totally good. Yeah, Jahzz0's definitely off to a nice little start here as the duo is going to be trying to swing their way back in. And, yeah, we see the minigun canceled into a rocket. The nice change that they made for Jinx was being able to cancel out that minigun to the rocket at any point, so that's not free parry fodder anymore. You really got to be godly with your reactions if you're going to parry that whole sequence without whiffing anything. You see here Jahzz0 getting off to a great start here. By the way, you said you knew Jahzz0 from Smash. Ultimate player or Melee?
Ultimate.
Ultimate, okay, got it. Just wanted to check.
Yeah, no, they were an Ultimate player with in control, as now they're really in control of this combo. Going to be able to slam him back down to the ground again, cancel, hit the brakes with the S1 super, and already put a round on the board.
Yeah, that was really sick. I mean, I remember seeing that when closed beta first was coming around. I think it was around even maybe in the Alpha Labs, but getting that install super with the Time Winder loops in the corner, not something you see too much of. Nice to see it get whipped out here, and nice way to clutch out this first round.
Nice catching on the low, having to force the break with Vi. Vi, you want to go in with footwork, but it's so easy for Echo to be able to poke you out with a lot of normals, as we saw at the start of this combo. Now being able to juggle, roll out though from the Vi to catch it too low.
Yeah, exactly right. Was going for that same route again. Doesn't pay off here. Wow, nearly the happy birthday. That spacing was just perfect for her minigun to be on the other side of the wind wall. That almost got fully interrupted here. You see a nice little side switch route here. Nice pickup as well. Good awareness with the resources available. That level 1 was going to be able to connect here. And you see, I mean, I think the duo might be a little bit on the newer side. We're bashing out some supers in neutral here, kind of hoping for the best. You're not seeing a great use of the defensive mechanics. There's a lot of pressure here coming from the side of Jahzz0, so I'd like to see the duo maybe start to implement push block a bit more. I think they'd get some value out of that, so you're not just kind of stuck in the corner holding all this block pressure the whole time. We'll see how they're able to adapt in the second game here. Because again, you can talk between rounds. You have that other player with you, so it's really great to help with that mental stack also.
True. It is, though, rough to see a team like Time Bomb coming out here from my Marvel days. It is so easy to compare this to any just aggressive player with Dr. Doom Beam Assist. Oh, especially as we're able to just bait out the break there. We're going to be taking a lot of damage on this Jahzz0 as we're maybe, no, not going to burrito.
Yeah, doesn't opt for the burrito. Going to go for a little timeliner setup here. And right into the Jinx Chomper. It makes things really difficult if you're not aware of how to handle it, and the time take a break is going to connect just raw. I think was going for some block pressure there, but we'll take that, wiping out the Jahzz0. No reaction on the charge heavy on block. You got to be ready to parry those.
Yeah, if you're not ready to parry, you're just going to get taken out, as Jahzz0 is going to be on their set point to move on in the bracket, as they're already being able to poke out with that minigun, get Echo in there, slam you on the ground for a tag launcher.
Yeah, nice confirm here out of Jahzz0. Great awareness on round start, just kind of going for some pressure, recognizing it does hit, and goes for the full corner carry and extension. And now, wow, what a call out. I don't know if they saw some startup there in the S1, but Jinx Beam Super is going to connect on the Vi and now lead into this pressure from Echo, getting the opening in the corner. Going to force a breakout, so a little bit of health left for the Vi. Going to try to regen back up to about a quarter or so. And no, actually dies after that push block attempt, so going to have to just do this solo if you are the Jahzz0 player. I'm not sure which player on the duo is which, but the Jahzz0 main is in for a rude awakening here as we're going for the route we saw earlier. Let's see if we got it this time. 2 out of 3 is fine. You could drop it once, but...
Oh, drops it on Jinx, but literally just picks it right back up with a throw, and that's going to be Jahzz0 taking it 2-0.
Yeah, great stuff there. And that just kind of goes to show with this game. I know sometimes people think like, oh, these sets can take like a long time and maybe brackets can kind of run for a while. And some matches are just so fast. It's crazy the disparity, or I guess the range rather, that you can have just in total match length. You see there, Jahzz0 clear advantage, kind of took massive advantage of that and was able to kind of wrap things up nice and quick.
I think it's a difference of if you're going to be able to have a toe-on-toe match with your opponent, but more so kind of the characters you're putting in there. Because if you got a Teemo in there, obviously the round is going to take a lot longer because of a lot of the trap setups you're able to do with him compared to somebody like either Vi or Warwick or somebody who just wants to rush down in your face and take damage out.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny, like I've been talking to some people about how like the matches, like it can kind of at a lower or a wider skill disparity. So earlier on in the bracket when you have a higher seed versus a lower seed, it can usually be pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
It kind of gets wrapped up quickly. When you get back into kind of the mid-range, when people are a bit more equal, you see things kind of get a little bit longer, right, as you're going to have more of a back-and-forth set. And then I think at the high level, a lot of times it can actually go back to being just as fast as the high skill disparity, because when this game is optimized, you get an advantage. I mean, you can really just keep rolling with that in this game. So it's really interesting to see. I'm curious throughout the weekend how that's going to pan out, because already we've had some longer sets and some shorter ones. There's kind of a bit of a variety. I'm curious if that's going to carry over as we get into the higher seed of things.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that myself, especially as next it looks like we're going to be seeing Mom92 versus Jemmy Cans coming out from Pool A3. It's going to be interesting to see. Of course, Mom92 has done a few bracket runs, one of the more higher seeded ones. Not the top 8 seeds that we were talking about before, but still up there.
Okay. Are you aware of them from other games, or you've just seen them in the 2XTO brackets?
I can't remember where I've seen them from, but I've seen them before. I know that.
Got it. It's a baller tag, so definitely like seeing that. 92 as a mom, it makes me realize I got no kids. I'm 93. We're kind of getting unk-checked right now. But let's see here. Things are actually going to get changed up here for this match. So Mom92, maybe we'll see them later on. But is it still going to be Jemmy Canes? Oh, no, not Jemmy Canes. Sorry. It is going to be Omega versus Momo Ari. I have not heard of Omega. Actually kind of rings a bell, but that's kind of one of those tags that I could kind of see. Like maybe I've heard that across all sorts of different things. So let's see who they whip out here in bracket. I'm very curious to see. Going to be doing a little button check action, but we're going to have a nice set here, I am sure, as we continue on here in this pool play. Did you enter this weekend, by the way?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I did. I'll be playing tomorrow, as I imagine you are, too.
Yeah, tomorrow morning also, yeah. So nice and early for us, 10 a.m. Should be interesting to see. Who do you have in your pool? Any killers that you're looking out for?
I'm pretty sure my round 2 is going to be Blue Sky Guy.
Oh, we might be in the same pool.
Are we?
We actually might be. That's a good question, because I know Blue Sky. My pools got changed out a bit before. I know Leffen is my round 2 opponent. I think Blue Sky Guy is on the lower side of that bracket, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
C2? Is that what you're in?
I am in C3.
Oh, C3. Okay, so I think that was the pool I was previously in. But yeah, definitely have some killers out here for sure. Can't wait to maybe win one match if I'm lucky, and then kind of be taught how to play Teemo in the not so nice type of way by Leffen. I'm sure that'll be a blast for me. But obviously a good opportunity to learn, as always. Got to take advantage of those opportunities against those top-level players. And if you're out here for DreamHack, what better time to do it? I mean, I saw a bunch of players warming up before. Hikari was just chilling at a setup alone. I saw Leffen warming up also. A lot of big names here. So, I mean, this just kind of goes for even if you're not a DreamHack. If you guys haven't been to a fighting game event, or maybe you're just kind of newer, if you go and you want to just get some reps in, just go ask people to play. I mean, in my experience, people have been super chill. It's a great way to get practice in, improve, talk through certain things, be like, hey, why didn't this combo work? What can I do in this situation? Whatever it may be. Or maybe you'll be the better player and you kind of help other people out as well. So definitely really good community to be in, and I think 2X community has already shown great signs to continue that.
Yeah, no, there's been so many people, so many different brackets online, too. People are always playing this game.
Yep.
Literally ran through a few just casuals right before this, too, like just right there in DreamHack. And I had some pretty good sets against some good players. So
yeah,
I'm excited to see them as they go into the pools. And, of course, as we continue on the pools ourselves, especially as, you know, we're just able to do a little bit of a button check, being able, you know, make sure we're all good as I don't know if they're locking in on that. They haven't locked in on him, but maybe a Braum? Yeah, Braum.
Oh, damn. Okay, this is a nice team comp. We got some Team Arcane versus Team Dog Shield. I don't know. I got to work on better stuff. Chat, you get me a good one, all right? What do we got for Team Warwick Braum over here? Shield Dog? Is
Shield
that the best
Dog
we got?
works.
Yeah. I'm not proud of that one. I'm not going to lie. Looks like we're going to be doing a quick little button check here. Make sure everything's working. Yeah, you got to make sure that forward S1 comes through. Strong value out of that button. Going to be seeing it a lot, I am sure, here.
And now such a good mix button, as I mentioned before, the Claws of the Beast. And, of course, being able to OTG you every time. Got to make sure our swings are good.
It's always interesting seeing how people approach button checks. Like, do they try to do, like, some unique tack that's, like, kind of tougher to execute, or do they literally just press every button once? Like, we saw Echo there just kind of doing dash light over and over again. Got to make sure the lights work. But, hey, you know, everybody has their own approach. You also can check at the character select screen. I would do production a favor if you can moving forward. And you're in bracket, you're on stream. Just do it at the character select screen. Make things move a little bit quicker, but totally get it. It's a big tournament. You want to run through and make sure everything is all lined up. There's money on the line here, so totally understand. But we are going to be hopping in here right away. Momo off to a nice little start here. Got an opening and already able to force break out of Omega. Ooh, two electrics. Okay.
Really good loop with the electricals, being able to send in Braum now after the break, trying to fish out Vi. Thing is, though, Vi can easily footwork off of the shield if you're not aware.
Yeah, for sure. And able to land that cross up. No meter. Oh, no, there was meter on deck. Just opts not to go for the level 1. Maybe thought the spacing was a little funky. Good block on the cross up button there from Momo.
Go. Momo still going to be able to get anti-aired. Omega going to be able to run it down. Easily going to be able to get the Hyper Crater Maker off. And we do have double down, so they might try to set up. No, not even going to get the super tag off there. Instead, baiting out that armor.
It's funny, too, when I remember when they first made the change to Oki, where they added the roll, because this game used to not have a forward roll or back roll, funny enough. When they did add that, and they were like, oh, yeah, you can just get punished into a hard knockdown off a throw, everyone was like, oh, well, all we're ever going to see is like people just throwing that and getting that punished constantly. It's actually not that common. It's kind of hard to react to. You got to kind of call it out a little bit. And we saw there, even the Vi, like after the super, ended up dashing forward rather than back, so didn't really cover the option. And could lead into some damage here. But nice stuff from this Warwick ult. Going to get some good damage. If you guys are not aware, one, that ult does give you Bloodlust. Nice mix, by the way. You got to be ready for that. I think you just got to be ready to parry, because you don't know necessarily if that's going to side switch, so it can be tough, really tricky to block that. Parry obviously will cover both sides, so if you can react timing-wise, that's what you want to go for. But yeah, for Warwick ult, does activate Bloodlust if you're not already in Bloodlust. If you do have Bloodlust when you ult, it actually heals you a ton. It's something I haven't seen come up much at all in tournament yet. I think it's really hard to generate that much meter while you also have Bloodlust, but definitely something to keep in mind. Could be a game changer later on this weekend. We'll see.
Especially since we're already getting the Feral Bite. Just going to go straight into No Escape. No other setup into Braum. Going to be able to get that double down off. Already such strong damage against Omega off the bat, but the armor didn't last long enough for you to stay alive there. Yeah,
interesting choice to drop the shield. I mean, Echo's jumping at you. He's either going to throw an attack or land, so you should have time to cover it. But either way, able to win the interaction afterwards. Unbreakable still on deck here for the Braum, and you see that come full into effect there. That 2H is going to armor through and lead to a nice little extension here. Can you cancel out before the pop? I think that was after the pop, so I'm not sure if he actually carries over that buff moving forward. But break is on deck here for Vi. What do you do to get out of here? Just go for raw tag, assist tag? Yeah, it's going to be an assist tag. It gets called out with the command grab. That's crazy.
Yeah, seeing somebody pull off the snare from Warwick is so rare, but when it hits. But even more so this Echo, being able to get the happy birthday off the S1 Timewinder super, not able to keep Braum in there, but at least getting some more damage on the Warwick. Into the one-girl wrecking crew.
Yeah, that sway command grab is so good. You got to keep an eye out for it. It's so scary when you get swayed on. Like, it's just like a 4-6. Happy birthday here. Unfortunately for Omega, that's not going to be able to kill both, because the point character dies first. That instantly ends the combo and didn't have the meter to spend to kill both. So if there was a level 3, there was potential to get that 2x KO. But either way, it's going to be up to this Braum trying to use the assist behind the shield. It's not going to come through. It does fall out. There is hope. Does get the 2H. So could get 2 touches here. A command grab could also kill. So let's see what Momo opts for here.
Just gotta see if they're gonna be able to get in. Just gets the one-girl wrecking crew off. Saw that Momo really just wanted to block in that situation, as now we're gonna be able to tie up the rounds 1-1 and already getting into this next match, you know, playing a little bit more safe, but that ankle sweep, as I mentioned before, for the low mix.
Yeah, great option there. You gotta mix it in, keep the mental stack loaded. If you just kind of autopilot and you're always going for that forward S1 overhead, it just kind of makes things easy for the other player to just kind of hold down back and wait and react. So nice option there. Oh, we're dropping that route. Okay, didn't get the forward jump, so not able to continue. That could have led to death. And this could come back to bite Omega in the butt. We'll see.
There we go. Going to be able to get the no escape up. Actually, not being able to link that last hit really put them down there, as now Omega is going to have the perfect setup to take you all the way to the west side. Oh, not being able to link it, though. But we get the throw.
This is getting real scrappy real quick, and Omega is going to come out on top, it looks like. Going to be getting a good bit of damage out here onto the Braum. What's the option here? Went for forward roll again and actually tried to get the punish with the forward throw, but was just a little bit late on that. Like I said, you kind of need to be preemptive with your positioning if you're going to punish it. And we saw that come into effect for Omega. It's just going to be up to this Warwick. Final round here of this first game. What is the mix? Oh, just gets a straight hit in the air and able to fully convert. It's one of the really strong buffs or benefits of playing Warwick. Getting those conversions off those scraps and anti-airs.
Oh, they're so good to convert off of, and of course we're going to be able to take the Echo out there. Just Vi left alive, and we find another poke. Going to be able to slump you a little bit off the Rage of the Beast. Now have to find our jump in. Doing a little bait there too with no move.
Ooh. Yeah, you got it. Literally have to spend the Fury here, and I mean Omega actually should have been ready for that. So that was the only option. It could have been a free punish, but either way, wins the next interaction. I mean, that was really interesting. That Warwick tumble was so close to getting to the corner and just barely didn't get the wall slump. That could have been a big extension because he had no meter, so really needed something to kind of generate some, and was not able to. Made it a real tough comeback potential there for Momo. Now going to be in an uphill battle here as game one goes Omega's way. Looking to continue that pressure. That wall cling, definitely a valuable tool you want to take advantage of. You are a Warwick player.
Yeah, trying to back up, still gets hit by the JM, as now Braum's going to go in there, able to open up the Vi and force the break themselves off. A little bit of it, just waiting it out in the neutral, able to just raw launch.
Yeah, that was a crazy call out, and opts for the super here as well. I mean, I'm not going to lie, he's been ending a lot with the punch the ground super, and I don't think there's a ton of value you get out of that unless you're going to go into another super. I almost wonder if it would just be better kind of to go for Oki afterwards, take some other routes, because the damage you get out of it is so minimal, but the damage you get out of this Happy Birthday is going to be huge. It's going to be a dead Warwick. Can it also be a dead Braum? Was ready for the hit pause there as well from the dead assist character. Double down afterwards. No double down. Interesting. And we get the... So things are a little glitchy right now. That's a fake 2x KO. I'm not going to give it to him. Let's be real. You got to keep it in the same combo, but either way, great stuff there to take that first round for Omega.
Yeah, really good start for them. Warwick trying to cross up a little bit, but Echo going to be able to replay it back, make sure you're not going to be able to set up, but you do this time into that Feral Bite situation. Savage slashes, and being able to carry with that Braum assist is so good, and why Warwick is so versatile. Carry off of that Savage Slash, so good to be able to do. But of course, off of a Froach, Crater Maker into Hyper Crater Maker. Yeah,
you saw Momo try to go for a nice extension when there with Braum. I think just didn't charge the heavy enough. I didn't see any red flash, so I would assume that's what caused the drop and ends up taking a bit of damage for his troubles. Let's see here. Oh, nice pickup after the recall, but not able to continue. The burst is going to connect. That was huge. That was a big potential for a block there. And now just going to get smacked on the back of the head. That's tough. Just started the button while the Echo is on the other side. So just going to be a huge whiff. And good adaptation there. Went for the time winder route, but recognized the distance between the corner and just continues raw without the time winder in effect. Good stuff here out of Omega.
Now we got Momo with just the Warwick left alive, and with an empty jump like that off of Primal Climb, you already know you're going to get launched. Able to drop it, but we just bait out into an air throw as we keep it up with the 2 Ls to... No!
All right, if this could be your time to shine here, Momo. It would be quite the comeback. Yeah, not going to do it. Mega Time Winder comes through. Going to land on that. Would have been chipped out either way, so good awareness. I mean, we saw a great situational awareness throughout the whole set from Omega, and that's like the name of the game for this game. There's so many situations that are very scrappy. You really got to be prepared top to bottom, whether it be just resource management, whether it be you get a funky stray hit in neutral and you got to know how to confirm the height that you connect with a certain character. You might have to adopt your route or your timing based on that, and we saw it come into full effect for Omega. It really paid off.
Yeah, no, it paid off so well for Omega there. Now they're going to be able to fight against Oog the Legend in the winter semifinals for their pool. So getting very close now to qualifying for top 16s.
Nice. Which
I imagine both Mon92 and Jemmy Cans want to do, as now they're going to be able to get up onto the stream setup.
Yeah, we got a leverless gang coming through. We got the Victrix Pro KO on one side, the Hitbox Ultra on the other. We'll see which one reigns supreme. It's nice with this game, too. The devs created this game really working primarily on keyboard early on. I don't know how many people were aware of that. The devs played this game online or during early development, mostly on keyboard for a lot of people. So it was developed with that input method in mind. Great on pad, great on leverless. I think people say stick might be the weakest right now just because there's some times that you want to get these very specific directions, and that could be a little tougher sometimes on arcade stick. But I still think all input methods are totally viable, which is really great.
Yeah, no, they're all very viable. I could say as a stick player, there are some moments where it's kind of iffy on the 2H, 3H situation, but other than that, it still feels fine.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely like to see that. And yeah, I've been on leverless game for a while as well, and it feels great on this game. Obviously, lots of macros on deck, so can get your bases covered on that front as well. You don't need a ton of buttons, but if you have the extra ones, it's actually pretty valuable. I don't know about you. How many macro buttons do you use specifically, rather than just hitting kind of button combinations?
Not really.
No?
I haven't been running any macros. I've just been running the buttons. I kind of just come at default.
Yeah, I literally used parry button, I have a break button, and the dash macro, and I'm using kind of all of those like a lot. Early on, during Alpha Lab, I actually was doing manual dash. If you guys didn't know, early on, I think it was just an Alpha Lab thing. I don't think it's a thing anymore. There was like some unique behavior with dashes using L&M rather than the dash macro. I think dash macro was suboptimal. I wish I could remember why, but it did behave a little funky back then. That's all resolved now. So feel free at home to use kind of whatever option feels best for you. It's nice. This game has no motion inputs. It has a unique input scheme for sure, but the skill ceiling is still so high. Like, people were like, oh, no motion inputs. It's just going to be everybody's doing TODs and no one's going to drop anything. No, this game's hard. Like, it's no joke.
Yeah, no, it's very hard to really be at the top of this game, with just how fluid a lot of these characters are and how in-depth they are, especially as we're seeing Vi Teemo versus Vi Warwick coming out here, especially with the double down fuse. I mean, that's literally the team I run.
Good stuff here, and it looks like, yeah, okay, it's still just going to be the butt check. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, we got Teemo on deck. That is my boy. If we see Teemo blitz today, my quote-unquote expertise can come through. You want the immense knowledge of a Master 1 player. I mean, peak of gameplay, guys, for sure. But actually, I would love to see Teemo blitz. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Teemo. Not so much Blitzcrank, but, you know, there's some people that like to rep him, so we'll see. Either way, buy-on-buy action. Teemo, Warwick on opposite sides here for the assist characters. And already Warwick coming through on the handshake tag. Get a little bit of pressure out here for Jemmy.
Yeah, having this jump above, still getting hit out by Mon92. Now we got the break coming in. Has to play a little patient, trying to go for the full Rekka series. Very punishable off that H, but at least being able to get the poke with the light.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting. With the freestyle, just swapped over to Teemo, get a couple extra shrooms out, and then went back to the Vi. And now immediately gets that anti-air. See, there, that's kind of what I was talking about. So if you don't go for the punch around super there, you're just playing on the Oki situation, and you're saving a full meter for just a little bit of damage. The damage on the punch around super is kind of weak.
Oh, with the DP, maybe trying to set up for Warwick to get a little bloodlust. They're very good to go back and forth into easy bloodless installation. Not really on double down, but there are still some good situations there. But Teemo is already getting in there from Mime 92, really trying to build up towards the 3 bars for maybe an ultimate coming out.
Interesting, just goes for that shroom pressure. I mean, had a ton of resources, would have been able to OTG, but wants to build towards that mushroom badge, which I totally understand. It was very valuable. It's funny, playing Teemo, like, early, when he was first announced, everyone was like, oh, like, Shroom Dart is going to be the best. And then Dart quickly became the best in most people's minds because you could generate it off one combo. And then a lot of people think Slingshot is the best. Like, all the badges are actually kind of equally viable as time gone on. And it's very interesting to see what Teemo players opt for as their first priority. Because you see good awareness here. That other Shroom was just already chilling there in neutral. Not able to fully convert, but still good awareness to attempt to go for that.
Still, you know, that parachute is so good for stalling out. Oh, catching up the mushroom, too. You see how the Teemo was just able to dodge against Vi's last stand assist, just being able to parachute and stall out in the air.
Yeah, it's funny. Vi is actually one of the tougher characters for Teemo to deal with if you're properly taking advantage of her tools. With her back assist, and I believe it's the down S2, maybe? I forget. The one that hits directly above her when she punches the ground. It covers so much vertical space, and it makes it really tough for Teemo because Teemo can't block while in the parachute. So if you're going for that parachute mix, it makes it very challenging against this character. So it's going to be a huge priority to get Vi out of here early on for Mom92. You see that coming to full effect here. Just getting more mushroom badge progress. Swap into the Vi. Play for some, I assume there's going to be a limit strike option, yeah. So going to try to just generate some more meter here. Is going to side switch. Oh, actually just barely times it incorrectly. So that's the tough thing. When you get those wall bounces and they come to the other side, you got to be very deliberate with when you time it. Otherwise, you might start it while they're still on the right side of you and you're not able to continue the route. One of those execution checks we were talking about.
Ooh, nice lump onto the Warwick. Warwick going to be able to get out with some of those 5Ls, but still on such little health means that one Vault Breaker just going to do you in. As Mom92 is already going to be able to take this first game, and very well, too.
Yeah, Teemo players unite here. They're definitely cooking big time. And with that Mushroom Badge progress, you saw was able to get just that extra Poison Cloud, get Warwick down nice and low. So even if there wasn't an opening in neutral, Chip would have been able to kill also. And I'm very curious about this route option, going for just placing the Shroom at the end here. You can get a lot more after that, but I guess it does generate a lot of break meter as well, so there's some decisions to be made there, but I'm curious to see what the thought process is for Mom here.
Nice, being able to go for the full light medium heavy into the ankle sweep. Getting broken out of the combo, though. Tried to find the Claws of the Beast on the charged up Vault Breaker. Just going to get thrown for their troubles. Crater Maker for OTG into Hyper Crater Maker. Such good conversion coming out there from Mon92. Especially throwing, which could easily lead to another. Yep, going to be going for the Hyper Crater Maker again.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, Vi's follow-ups after throw is so consistent. You just got to do that jump, instant down S2, and you're going to get a nice little conversion. It's just such a valuable tool in this game to be able to pick up off a throw. There's only a few characters that can't without the use of an assist, and it does hurt them for sure in the grand scheme of things. That's funny. That combo was tight. That's actually just going for mix. Just that really, I think they were assuming it was going to get blocked, and actually still just got the hit anyways.
Nice being able to catch the 5L, literally just with chip damage, going to be able to take out, again, for Mon92 to now be on set point.
Yeah, the one thing Jemmy has to feel okay about there, you lost the first round, but the badge progress is pretty minimal on Teemo. It does just finally get one. We see not a ton of progress on the Slingshot or the Mushroom, so could allow some room for potential comeback, but not when you're getting your burst blocked like that. That's going to be a rough one.
Missed timing that combo a little bit. Got to be really quick with that primal leap off ankle sweep. Is now trying to send in that Vi assist. Going to get troubled a little bit for it. Going to have to find a poke against somebody like Warwick. But when you got Vi just charging in with that vault assist, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, and you saw after the handshake tag, the Teemo was still able to charge the slingshot, so allows just free mix. It's a great option with if you can just easily side swap like that. Great for Vi and Echo with Teemo as the other character. To see nice stuff here from Jemmy to get things swapped back over to the corner. Going to force burst out from Mom. There is potential here for this round. We're in a nice spot here. Not when you get command grab though. That's going to be a little tough. A lot of damage going to be coming through. Going to have to deal with some Oki situation.
Ooh, when you get thrown again, you already know you're just going to get Crater Maker there. Captain Commando coming through to take you out, as now it's just Jemmy's Vi left alive, and it's already getting poisoned with that dart, and you already know Teemo's going to be converting hard off of this.
Yeah, is this going to be enough meter for level 3? No, not quite. The tag launcher comes through. This should be a limit strike, and it is, and able to catch the flip out also. Nice little reset there. Mom 92 going to take the set 2-0. Another Teemo moving forward in the bracket. And, yeah, great set all around. I mean, fun stuff there. Jemmy kind of showed some life there. Wasn't a total wash or anything like that. So that's always what you like to see early on. And Mom definitely had an interesting approach to Teemo. I'm going to try to see if I can find them later on and pick their mind on kind of how they play the character. Because, again, opting for just a lot of routes, just placing that mushroom in the corner, which can definitely be good to give you some badge progress. You're not spending super meter, not going for tag launchers, whatever it may be. I just think Teemo has so much potential off that OTG situation. I'm curious to see kind of what the trade-off is there in their mind on that front.
Yeah, no, it was really good coming out there from Mom 92, especially being able to, of course, we saw a lot of good Oki situations coming out from their Vi, especially Crater Maker to Hyper Crater Maker, really being able to punish some rolls off there too. Very good coming out from the Vi, showing off that mastery. And of course, they're going to be going up now to fight against Nitro. That's going to be their next match.
Okay.
And then from there, whoever wins qualifies to top 16, and we'll see them tomorrow. Yeah,
top 16 is going to be a banger, guys. You're not going to want to miss that at all. And you're also not going to want to miss our next set. We have CamPaine coming through against the SonicFox. So rare sight that we get to see SonicFox in bracket, because famously they have not really entered much at all online. They really haven't entered anything. And honestly, every time I tune into their stream, they're messing with a different team also. So they have a lot of stuff on deck. I believe last time I saw it was either going to be Teemo Echo or Warwick Echo, I think was what they were thinking of playing most. And either way would be a nice little breath of fresh air to see. I mean, I guess Teemo Echo we see a good bit of, but Warwick definitely is going to be unique. And honestly, whatever team they play, their mind is so unique in the fighting game like mindset that whatever they have is going to be something that we're not seeing from other players, regardless of the team.
Yeah, no, it's still going to be pretty unique coming out from a good player such as SonicFox. So pretty excited to be seeing them on the mic, though. We also do have HUEBERT and TeNY queued up for later, too. It looks like most.
Oh, yeah, that order might have been swapped up. So that might have been my bad. So it looks like HUEBERT and TeNY is going to be next. So you're going to want to stick around definitely to see SonicFox play in a little bit here. But either way, getting HUEBERT back on the setup will be cool. Haven't seen TeNY play yet. We'll be curious to see what they bring out here. But HUEBERT was looking really good, even though it went to the final game. Definitely got tested early on. But again, it's early in the game. It's only a couple months in. I think it was JTR was their first round opponent, if I remember the tag correctly. It's tough with the acronyms always. But JTR, I mean, for all we know, they could end up being someone we see in top 16 regularly moving forward. So definitely going to be interesting to see if HUEBERT's able to kind of look stronger here, or if it's going to be kind of more of the same, a little more back and forth. And that is an interesting controller they're using. They got the leverless with the WASD layout. You guys might have been able to take a quick glance at that as well. By the way, great stuff here. This should be a fun one. And we got a Brawlhalla player talking about people coming from every walk of life. We got more platform fighter reps. We got to get a Rivals player on here. Where's a Rivals 2 player when we need one?
True.
Oh, I guess that's me. If I'm on production, get me on stream. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be knocked out before I could be on stream again. So don't worry about that. Never mind. But either way, cool to see a Brawlhalla rep. I mean, shout out to Brawlhalla in general. That game's been around for a hot minute. It's doing really well. It's got a nice little community over. Not even little. That sounds demeaning. They got a strong community over there for a while now.
Yeah, no, they had like a big mid-season event over at. Wait, what's up?
I didn't say much.
Oh.
Yeah, so either way, got a sick matchup coming up. Let's see as they hop into Champ Select here who we have on deck. I'm praying for a blitz. Surely it could be around the corner. They are doing button checks up front in Champ Select, so we will not see right away. Oh, you guys also see what's going on. All right.
Yeah.
My bad. There's so much, got a bunch of different screens in front of us. That's on me, but either way, we'll see. I mean, I actually should start paying attention to people's button layouts. I'm curious to see how much, like I said before, people are using the macros, if they got some interesting approaches. Are you doing the top row, LMH, bottom row, S1, S2 tag?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know in, like in Dragon Ball, there's like a difference of approach in how people approach their button layout. Some people mix it up there on that front. Same thing with Marvel, but it seems like people are pretty homogenized in this game.
Yeah, no, even though I came from Marvel, it's still pretty easy to get to the new layout. But either way, seeing the new layout coming out here from TenY, already being able to put HUEBERT in the corner, forcing them to try to get the Time Winder out there.
As we see, it's going to be a Echo Ahri 2x assist. Definitely one of the strongest teams in the game right now. Both assists, so valuable. The mobility is going to be crazy. You see here what they're able to do. I mean, HUEBERT goes into the Warwick and just able to get a nice little interrupt there. And we see the properly timed break. Great stuff. Recognizing the B&B was coming through and able to waste that meter from HUEBERT.
Nice, and going to try to go in with the Primal Leap. Really trying to go for that pursuit, you know, trying to mix up a little bit, see if they're going to be able to find the poke. But we're able to find the tear. That's so big. This leads to a very nasty combo.
Yeah, look at all the damage coming through from this, too. There's not much scaling on this at all. So that's going to be potentially death, if not going to be strong Oki. But yeah, it does kill here as we are 69 seconds left in the round here. And it is going to be this Warwick pressure come through. That overhead does connect. Do we have the pickup afterwards? We do. That's a nice little extension. I think just started that side swap from Warwick and then it was able to handshake tag in the Echo with the S1 Super. A very strong conversion, able to continue that damage without getting that side switch. So it's one of those situations we were talking about. You got to be ready for every different where you are on the screen, the resources available. The situational awareness this game demands is really high.
It really does, especially because now this Warwick is going to be able to get their infinite duress off that maximum spider, already charging a third of the way towards Bloodlust and trying to be patient on Ahri, trying to send in Mr. My Time to get some damage.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of those Primal Leaps coming through. Definitely trying to get some value out of that. We see the assist does connect, but not able to convert off the follow-up either. We'll see what the corner pressure is here. Does connect with that ambiguous low. That was, for those who haven't played against Warwick, that was a low that you just saw. It looks like a mid, but that is a 2M. That does catch you in the toes.
Yes, it is able to catch you on the low. And whiffing on the Time Winder about a swing, definitely going to be hurting HUEBERT right now, as TenY is going to be able to keep them in the combo and get that Time Winder super off and carry it.
Yeah, great stuff. I mean, this is the classic Echo route. It's just so valuable in the corner. Gets into the tag launcher. Not quite going to kill. Going to leave just a pixel behind. But with the air dash afterwards, going to punish that whiff get-up attack. Kind of had to bet it all on red there on HUEBERT's side of things. And it's just going to be up to this Warwick here. Got two characters to go through. Health is about even across both. Well, it was before this combo started. And it's going to be a real tough spot to be in. No break on deck just yet. I imagine we're going to get this full extension all the way in the corner with some setup for medium Oki afterwards. And the limit strike. It's just so valuable. You get all this meter back, generate some break meter as well, and just strong Oki. It's so good for Ahri.
Now going to be able to try to run in against this Warwick right now. TenY still got to be careful because you're going to get torn up, and if you get torn up, you already know a good combo is going to be coming out.
Level 3 is here. Yeah, just got it at the end and able to cash it out. Was not in Bloodlust yet, so this could have been huge value if they were in Bloodlust, because that could have healed them all the way back up. That probably would have been to about like 66% health or so. But there is Fury on deck behind it, so Warwick is in a okay position here. You're going to want to kind of get this opening soon before Ahri's able to generate her own Fury meter. Does this kill before? It does. That's huge. I mean, just a pixel away. If that had to be one more hit, that could have been a huge swing of things. Because again, pops that Fury, gets some health regen back. Super quick, lots of damage. And actually, if you guys don't know, Fury on Fury can chip each other out. Normally when you have Fury up, you can't get chipped. If you both have Fury, chip is back on the table. So in a low health situation, that can become huge.
Happy birthday coming out too with this S1 Time Winder Super. Still going into this combo. We get the limit strike off, but the get-up attack does get whiffed. No punish though. We're able to live over HUEBERT.
Yeah, I think they actually meant to hit the Warwick, but used the cross-up button, so it ended up whiffing, and they were not ready for the follow-up. That was definitely a funky situation here. See, HUEBERT going to be down a character already here in Game 2, Round 1, and already nearly halfway through the Warwick. This is a great start here for TenY.
An amazing start, but Tenny still going to have to take this no escape coming out from HUEBERT as they're trying to play patient. You know, 2/3 of the way towards Bloodlust. Just one DP can get it back, but we're starting to lose it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was interesting they opted not to use the break on that last interaction when you could have canceled out the super and burned that meter, but after potentially getting opened up again, it could have been death for Echo, so going to burn the break here to hopefully secure round one, but right back to it is HUEBERT, and now Bloodlust is on deck. This is going to be a tough spot to be in for Tenny. This could just be death. Level 1 is about to come through.
We're going to be able to loop it into a tear. Of course, you can primal leap just by doing a double jump, and from there you can get some max nasty mixes, especially right there. DP into tear for a ground bounce.
I almost wonder if they should have gone for the air super before that extra loop, because that took up a good bit of Bloodlust meter. It was basically ran out after that extension. You could have potentially had it for neutral afterwards, but nice, catches a retreating guard with that 2M. That's going to be huge, and that is a round going HUEBERT's way after a terrible start, or what looked like a really rough start, I should say, rather. Able to come through and secure that round. You got to be feeling great here. On set point, can Tenny bring it back for the Brawlhalla scene in this final, or second round rather, of game 2 on set life?
Already trying to bat about a swing in there is HUEBERT. Going to be able to set up the after image install. Going to be able to get the throw off too. And there we go. Finally getting the break right after the super.
Yeah, it's the first burrito OS I think we've seen of the day. It's something you're really used to seeing if you watch a lot of online tournaments for this game. It's such a strong option. And you saw there pay off big time. HUEBERT is in a fantastic spot here on set life, or set point rather. We'll see. Nice handshake tag. Just throws the Warwick in with the Echo behind. That's so strong. And the call out on the potential follow-up just does S1 super right after is going to be an immense comeback for Tenny. They're just going to do it with the Ari. This is how you start it, though. One opening is all you need.
Yeah, especially if you're Ari, you see the amount of carry she is able to have on some of her combos. She's going to keep carrying after this, too. Charge up that S1 super, and the Fireball is just going to be helping you juggle into a wall slump. We finally got the limit strike there. Yeah,
this Oki situation is so strong. You saw it actually connect, so no pickup afterwards, so that was tough. But, I mean, Ari can, as we saw, could literally just pick up from anywhere on the screen and decide where she wants to end the combo. You want to end it mid-screen, you want to end it in the corner, whatever you want. And either way, HUEBERT's not surprised by this Warwick pressure, or Ari pressure at all, able to clean it up. And a 2-0, but one of those close 2-0s that is a fun one to watch, for sure.
Yeah, no, one of those close 2-0s where on paper, if you just like wake up one day, you see the set on Start GG, and you might think, oh, it might have been a wash. But if you actually watch the match, you know it was close. And of course, we're going to be seeing more of HUEBERT later on. None today, because now after that, they qualify towards the top 16.
Nice. That was qualifying for winners there?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So yeah, we'll see them in tomorrow's block again with NM and myself. So hopefully we'll see you guys there and see what HUEBERT can do. But now we got two crazy matches coming up. I'm not even going to spoil the one after this, but we have SonicFox and CamPaine coming through. I am very curious to see what CamPaine has cooking. Do we know what point or what part of the bracket this is in? Because I'm curious to see.
This is another top 16 qualifier.
This is a top 16 qualifier. Okay, so CamPaine has taken some names here to make it this far. So this, I mean, Sonic can make anyone look like a wash, right? So let's just be real on that one. But either way, it's not like your first set of the day, you're just fully raw going in, you're like, oh, I have to play arguably the greatest fighting game player of all time in my first matchup. So now, you know, there's some stakes behind this for sure, but hey, it's a huge opportunity. Upsets can happen, and that's how you can put your name on the map. So I'd really like to see what CamPaine is able to do on this front, and I'm also just curious to see what Team Sonic is bringing out for today.
You know, definitely going to be a rough hill to climb. Again, it is SonicFox. They go crazy in any fighting game they touch. You know, Jahzz getting off of Mortal Kombat 1, now going to be going crazy in 2x KO. Already has been, and they're going to continue that run hopefully today, as we're going to be able to see it. You know, they're going to get into top 16 or not.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm curious to see how those matches line up, too. We'll have to see the projected bracket for top 16. I'm sure there are going to be some bangers lined up there as well, because, I mean, like we said, there's basically 8 players that are, like, clearly above and beyond the rest in terms of resumes that we've seen. So bare minimum, round 1 of top 16, they should hypothetically all be playing against each other, right? So on the winner side of things. So that's going to be insane. But hey, there's nothing guaranteed in fighting games. So it is going to be on Sonic here to play clean and secure. I'm sure there's not a single atom in their body that's nervous right now. This is just another day in the office. Just going to clock in and cook. And it's going to be up to CamPaine to see if they can meet that challenge. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I imagine this means a lot for CamPaine to try to make top 16 in a first impact event like this and have to go through SonicFox to get there. Of course, you got to make sure the buttons are just right. You do not want to have a close set and have it go out because we did not map our buttons.
Yeah, 100%. Got to make sure you're all lined up there. Not sure what button or what input method they're playing on. I didn't quite see. Oh, they are playing on pad, so it's going to be on pad for both players here. And that'll be cool to see for sure. One thing that's nice for some of these events, unfortunately, we don't have it for DreamHack. I know Riot can hook up some events with all the chromos and colors and everything, so we're going to be seeing defaults on both sides, but I'm always curious to see what, like, when the option is there, what players dress up their team as. Like, do you go for matching stuff? Do you go for, like, just pure, like, opposite colors, make it look as bad as possible, whatever it may be? You know, there's a lot of variety on that front, and I know Sonic's always rocking, like, a lot of the Pride colors and stuff like that, so curious to see how much they can match up here today. But a lot of the defaults don't really line up, so gonna see who we lock in here. Yeah, we're hovering Braum on player one side. That could be pretty neat.
Yeah, that could be really cool because that is SonicFox's side.
Oh, is Sonic on P1? Oh, yeah, that's true. That is a good call. I mean, if they're whipping out a Braum, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Trying to make a run with a Braum.
Yeah, I've seen them play a lot of characters on their stream. They've been labbing a bunch with Inzem, too. Another top Teemo player came from Dragon Ball also. I don't think I've seen Sonic pilot Braum just yet. I'm trying to think. What characters? I don't think I've seen them play Braum, Blitz, and that might be it. I think I've seen them play with every other, or maybe Novi also. So either way, would be cool to see. I mean, for all we know, earlier on in the bracket, I've seen top players kind of whip out a backup team. They want to just try something else out early on, maybe for game one, and you just, if you lose, whatever, then you switch up at that point. But will definitely be interesting to see as we wait for them to lock in here. Man, what a fun start to the day. And I actually just realized, too, before I was saying we hadn't seen a Blitz, our first match of the day did have a Blitz. So I think we've seen every character. Yeah, we have seen every character today. So that is a great sign. All 11 have come through already for pools.
Yeah, no, that is really cool coming out there, being able to, you know, you don't really see it that often with 2XKO, being able to see every single character coming out, trying to, you know, make a name for themselves, trying to get some sets. So I hope going into top 16, obviously we only have one person qualified, so we do have an Echo Warwick in there. Hopefully the deeper we go and the more people get in there, especially on the loser side, we still keep that character diversity.
Yeah, for sure. And it does look like there is just a little bit of a headset issue they're working through right now, so they will get that sorted and we will carry on through. But man, what a fun start to the weekend. It's just, it's so sick that we're here. This game is finally out. We have first impact events rolling through. If you guys didn't already check out, there's been a bunch kind of around the world. There was DIY in New York City just a couple weeks ago. That was a fantastic time. It was a pleasure to be there. Pleasure to be here. We got Midwest Mix Fest around the corner. There's a lot of stuff coming up. And if you guys don't have it on your calendars already, Frosty Faustings in January is going to be crazy. There's first impact events now that are giving not only just the normal first impact prize pool bonus, they're giving a prize to the winners to get flown out to Frosty. And we're talking about like first impact events in France doing this. So that's like, that's not cheap to fly people out from France to the Midwest like that. So a lot of stuff getting invested in for 2026. I think we have a fun year of 2XKO esports ahead of us. And we have a fun match ahead of us, as it looks like we're getting in here now. Echo Jinx versus By Alawi. So yeah, we do have Team Time Bomb here from the side of Sonic. So no Teemo here, no Jahzz0. Just going back to the old school. I believe this is the team they were playing in closed beta as well. So, and Alpha Labs for that matter. And you see right away, your Vi's almost gone. I mean, opting not to break here is Cam. And you're just going to give up that first character and say, hey, you know what? It is what it is. I got 2-touch. Maybe the Alawi can make a God tier comeback.
Yeah, definitely be interesting to see if Alawi's going to be able to poke, try it again, go for that Rekka, trying to poke him with the Vault Breaker assist. Just going to get anti-aired a little bit as SonicFox doing a good job at keeping CamPaine in a block state, making sure that they're on defense constantly.
For sure. Nice use of the down S2 rewind there from Echo to keep things safe. If you do just the raw follow-up afterwards, that is going to be potentially punishable. You can see the handshake tag here with all these projectiles coming through, getting mixed on through. It's going to be a full extension. I mean, at this point, this CamPaine, I mean, you're probably not going to make the comeback at any point, but like, if you're not going to use the break early in round one, I'm very surprised we're not using it early into the second health bar, but
Maybe we see that life difference going on right now. I might just think maybe we'll keep it for the next round to try to make a difference, just in case if what happened to Vi happens again.
Yeah, and I think there was maybe a little bit of chip taken, so no perfect on that round one, but for all intents and purposes, basically a perfect from Sonic, kind of to be expected at this point. And we'll see. I'm very curious to see if Cam does opt to use that break early on here.
There we go. They're trying to slide on the low. Footwork trying to find it right below as Jahzz was falling down, but able to find a happy birthday, especially when SonicFox already spent their break meter. Able to get an OTG situation off that with the ground bounce too. So good.
Yeah, this is so valuable. The Jahzz, or Echo rather, does fall out at the end, so the super is not going to get damage onto both, but either way, going to be able to bring in a Lowy with the super install, and with that throw follow-up, able to knock out the Jahzz. I mean, look, there's a long set ahead of us. I'm not going to lie. If just this moment alone, if I was playing Sonic and was like, hey, you know, I took the first health bar and a half, that's like something to write home about. So we'll see if they're able to confirm here and lock down this round. Oh my god, the mix is non-stop. The Sonic is cooking with this Echo.
Really going hard, especially as I imagine we're going to be going to the east corner anytime soon. Even off this limit strike, just literally dashing you in there, gets the throw off. Definitely going to be getting a good OTG situation, especially with that time bomb.
Yeah, going to force the Fury out here is Sonic. Now, the Fury is going to eat through some of this damage, but level 3 is almost on the corner here. I don't know if you can get just raw level 3, but either way, the Super 2 follow-up is going to come through. Double down is also there, and that's going to be enough. A round taken by CamPaine against SonicFox. I mean, like we said, this is for winner side top 16. You had to beat some players here to get here, and Cam looking like they are here to throw down. This is insane. I mean, taking a round off Sonic is seriously like an accomplishment you can put on your resume, FGC-wise.
Yeah, no, it's so good to be able to say you've done that, especially as now SonicFox is really trying to keep you at a mid-full screen situation. But if you're Vi, you already know you're going to be able to get in. Doesn't matter if projectiles are going to be on the screen. Just going to try to footwork in there. It's hard to catch. Wait a minute.
Happy birthday. The second one already. There's no break here. Does drop it. That's so brutal. I'm sure at some point you got to think like, I know I need to land this full conversion. This is a huge opportunity, and just got in their own head. The drop is going to be so painful here. Going to go into a full extension from Sonic. And just the pressure, just running full up, but daring you to get up attack.
Oh, and being able to slide in, able to get the opening, and that's going to be your Vi taken out already. Just up to Lowy, and since we're in the last round of this game, you definitely want to be using Fury if you feel you need to. Yeah,
I imagine we use it here, and that could have been really rough. If that was a launcher coming out, that could have been a potential bait punish. But either way, the Fury does come through. You're going to be eating some damage here. Does Sonic have this full conversion? No. That is a tough one to pick up off of. Totally understandable. But now it is a time for Cam here to potentially change things around. The bonk comes through. That overhead is so tough to be ready for, and you're just toast. This super does more damage than you think every time.
Yeah, no, it does so much damage. It can easily KO here. Yeah. Yes, it will. As SonicFox going to be able to defend their legacy for a little bit longer and take that first game.
That's crazy. To be in final round of the game and open up with the happy birthday, and then just Sonic does Sonic things. You're just going to get a little washed afterwards. But we'll see. There's still 2 games ahead potentially. We'll see what Cam is able to do. Off to a rough start here. Break is about to be online. Do you spend it? I think no. Yeah, we're already so close to the end of that combo. Oh, the low did connect, but no conversion after.
No, still going to try to just roll your way in,
Great
being
blocks.
able to force the break, though, as CamPaine just running in. And, of course, Echo's going to be able to catch you on that. I imagine might be going for an after image install. No, just going to be going for that S1 super.
Yeah, just going for the clone after the S1 follow-up, or the S1 super follow-up, rather. Just gets you so much damage with Echo, and it obviously able to bring Jahzz in and continue that pressure afterwards. This is a tough spot for CamPaine to be in. Now you're getting super tagged. Good luck. Is able to block it for a bit, but those jumps from Echo do eventually connect. Ooh, and this is going to be a dead Vi as well. So we are looking at set point here for SonicFox after a crazy game 1, looking nearly untouched in this first round of game 2. Can CamPaine turn it around? Or is it just going to be another roll through?
That's definitely the big question, but already getting frozen in the sky like that off the shock is going to be rough for CamPaine, as we're going to be able to set up the S2 super. Might be trying to go for the burrito, but no, just going to be going for a simple B off the bat. We do have break here, but we're opting to keep it.
Yeah, goes for the limit break there, because with no super meter, couldn't really convert anything afterwards, so wanted to generate some meter while getting that like medium knockdown is I think what we like to call it. And you see the Jinx come through with the rocket jump in the air, able to convert afterwards as well, just daring Cam to use this Fury. I mean, you've got at some point. Yeah, there it is. Great choice to go for it at that point. And we'll see. One opening could lead to a dead character, but not when it's the other way around. This is going to be death, I assume. Sonic doesn't drop these. Just so much damage. He does drop it. There's some pressure, but either way, whiffs the throw on the wake up. There's the perfect. Man, I mean, talk about a close 2-0. Game 1 was close, but maybe game 2 not so much. I still think if you're CamPaine, you walk away from that feeling good.
Yeah, you still walk away feeling good, walk away feeling like, all right, I was able to make some pretty close rounds, even take a round off of somebody like SonicFox, and it's still going to be 2-0 for Hikari. No, Hikari, what am I saying? For SonicFox. Hikari is the next set.
Yeah, spoilers.
That's what we got next. I accidentally spoiled us.
No, you're good, you're good.
But, yeah, SonicFox going to be moving on towards the top 16. And I said Hikari on accident because how many times have I said Hikari moving on to top 8, Hikari moving on to top 4? Hikari has been running it in this game.
Yeah, especially in these online tourneys, just absolutely dominant, and took DIY as well. So able to already take one first impact event, looking to take another. DIY, I mean, had a good bracket. Diaphone was there, K7 was there. There was definitely some big names, but not as stacked as this bracket. So if Hikari's able to take another one, I mean, it might just be his game for now. We'll have to see. Obviously, patches are going to keep coming through. It's a live service game. They want to make it a forever fighting game and all that. So things can change with time, but, I mean, you can't ask for a better start if you're Hikari.
Yeah, especially because, of course, you're coming off of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I mean, being the world champ multiple years for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Evo champ this year, too. I mean, that's literally tag legacy right there. You know this genre in and out if you've played Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is... I think a lot of people say that it's kind of like somewhere in the middle of like a Marvel and a Dragon Ball is kind of where this game lines up. Maybe a little BB tag mixed in there as well. So a lot of that skill set is going to carry over for sure. And, I mean, he's just been absolutely on fire. I assume we're going to continue to see, I think it's Jahzz0 Echo Hikari's been playing recently. He did start the game with Jahzz0, either Echo Alawi or Jahzz0 Alawi.
It was Jahzz0 Alawi they started off with.
Yeah. So we'll see. I imagine, yeah, it looks like they're on player one side, so I believe that will be Echo Jahzz0 for Hikari. I saw them practicing before. They weren't even playing anybody. They were just in training mode, practicing all these crazy different routes, and it was looking pretty clean, not going to lie. So this will be a tough one here for Oog the Legend. And that is a baller tag, I'm not going to lie. Shout out Oog.
Ooh, and Oog coming out here with Blitzcrank and Alawi. A little bit of an orthodox team coming in here.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you see very much at all. So there was, I believe it still works. There's that crazy situation you can get in the corner with the Alawi install super, and you can, if you have Steam on Blitz, you can just do multiple down S1s and kind of loop that and get a bunch of damage out that way. So I assume that's, oh, we're playing Sidekick. Oh! I didn't even realize we're playing Sidekick. That will not be on the table then. They're just looking for some standing resets here, and damn, Hikari's so ready. Trying to burst already. Oh. Is this round going to be done before 30 seconds go by?
That's such a good question. We're just going to have to find out, especially as we're getting really close there. But, hey, get-up attack does stall it out for a little bit. Not able to get the grapple in, though.
All right, so able to live past the 30-second mark. But, man, that is such a brutal start. And I just very surprised. I mean, Alawi in neutral with the sidekick of Blitz. I mean, it's decent, but it's just, I feel like it's going to be really a struggle to hang with the likes of Hikari on such strong top tiers like this.
Yeah, it's really rough. I mean, Hikari literally coming off of the circuit win last night for the TNS iBuy Power Series.
True.
Yeah, so they've already felt the steam and already going for a pincer situation, really putting the damage on this Alawi.
Yeah, the pressure is definitely unrelenting. You see the Burrito OS come through. I mean, when you're this good, it's just, this is kind of what I was talking about before. When you're so far ahead, these matches can go by so quickly because every opening you're getting a ton of damage, you're setting up for strong Oki, and it's just you're constantly in disadvantage state if you're on the other side. And as if the battle wasn't hard enough against a player this strong, when things are even, they put you in that type of state and you see what happens. Clean, perfect, round 2. Hikari looking untouched. And it's going to be a tough one here for Oog to bring this back here. And our final game of the block here as well. So this could be the final 2 rounds we see. Let's see what can happen. I mean, does get the opening, so able to bring Hikari over to the corner. Break is going to be on deck for the next opening, so maybe Hikari just eats this.
Oh, literally just one poke being able to take it out with Jahzzo's stinger there. Now Echo going to be going in. Push block being able to save the Alawi for a little bit. Blitzcrank just going to take absolutely no damage off that. As now the Fury going to be coming in as we just got to find a good poke against literally the best team in the game.
Yeah, it's a great sign for Oog to be whipping out that push block as well. Got to take advantage of all your defensive resources, especially if you're on Sidekick or Juggernaut, because your tools are going to be limited, as you see here. Combo just continuing here from Akari off the back throw into this full extension. Going to be left with another throw situation. I think he actually tried to bait that.
Yeah, I think he tried to bait that getup, but still got hit out by it. Hit on the ground, too. Going to be able to juggle a little bit. And of course, we got 2 tentacles coming out for Alawi, so this could easily lead towards death.
Yeah, and it is going to S1 Super coming through. So there is some hope here. Not a ton of health, and there is Fury on deck for Akari. So this is going to take at least 2 touches, probably 3. And it's only going to take 1 for Hikari to set up into this burrito. I mean, this is basically a one-touch, right? Like, if you have the burrito OS on deck, like, it might as well just all be one combo. So great set from Hikari. One round away from taking the set and securing a spot in top 16. And the dash through does connect. And actually worth noting, you see these blue particles coming off of Alawi here. Sidekick does have the brace mechanic. So if you're pressing attack buttons as you're getting hit, you time it with each hit from the other character, you're going to mitigate that damage. So that is part of the reason that Alawi's been living as long as they have. But you can only do that so much. Limiting damage doesn't prevent damage, right? So you're still going to lose if you're still getting opened up. And after that sick parry off the Blitz assist, going to be able to convert afterwards. 2 meters afterwards, just in case that didn't kill. Hikari looking clean with 4 straight rounds. That was probably the most dominant set of the day.
Yeah, no, that was extremely dominant, especially going up against somebody who's using Sidekick. So, of course, you do have a stronger main character coming out there, still being able to absolutely wipe the floor with them like that. Hikari going to be our 4th entrant moving on winner side top 16, as off-stream Nitro was also able to qualify.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so Nitro's in there as well. And, yeah, I mean, it's crazy just seeing someone be that dominant qualifying for top 16 winners. Like, we're deep into the bracket at this point. So just shows how far ahead Hikari is right now. And I think we're starting to look at a potential grand finals with Sonic and Hikari. We'll see if any other big names here could get in that flow of things and maybe change that up. But it's looking that way. Let's be real. I mean, these guys are so dominant right now, and they're clean as hell. So that's going to be it for our bracket today. Or not for our block today, rather. And there's going to be more pools action tomorrow morning, and I believe at 1 p.m. tomorrow. I think at 1 p.m. top 16 is going to be coming through for 2XKO with NM and myself as well. So you guys are definitely going to want to come through for that. We got some sick matches ahead of us, and after this bracket, or after this block rather, it's going to be time for some UMVC3. You're not going anywhere. You're still holding that down. So get used to seeing this man for sure, and it'll be some sick matches ahead. But I mean, great stuff. Awesome start to the weekend, and hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah. Stay here. Stay here.
Stay tuned.